Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects every single one of us, our mental performance. Have you ever felt like you're moving through a fog, struggling to focus, or that your brain just isn't as sharp as it used to be? It's a frustrating feeling, right? We often blame it on being tired or stressed. But what if I told you that some of our daily habits, things we do without even thinking, are slowly chipping away at our cognitive abilities? These aren't huge, dramatic mistakes. They're subtle, sneaky habits that creep into our routines and quietly lower our mental horsepower. In this video, we're going to shine a light on 7 of these habits. By recognizing them, we can start to make small changes that will have a huge impact on our clarity, focus, and overall brain health. So, if you're ready to clear the fog and unlock your full mental potential, stick around. Let's start with the big one: chronic sleep deprivation. I know, you've heard it before, but let's really think about it. We live in a hustle culture where pulling all-nighters is sometimes worn as a badge of honor. We sacrifice sleep for work, for socializing, for one more episode of that show we're binge-watching. But here's the reality. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your brain doesn't have time to perform its essential maintenance. Think of it like a city that never sleeps. The trash piles up, repairs don't get made, and things start to break down. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins, including proteins linked to neurodegenerative diseases. It consolidates memories, moving information from short-term to long-term storage. Without this process, you wake up feeling groggy, your memory is fuzzy, and your ability to solve problems is significantly reduced. It's not about being lazy, it's about being strategic. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable for peak mental performance. Next up, a habit many of us are guilty of: mindlessly scrolling through social media. You pick up your phone to check one thing, and suddenly an hour has passed. What's happening in our brains during this time? We're being bombarded with a constant stream of short, easily digestible, and highly stimulating content. This trains our brains to crave instant gratification and novelty. The problem is, it rewires our attention spans. When we need to focus on a complex task, like reading a book, writing a report, or learning a new skill, our brains find it difficult. It feels boring and slow compared to the rapid-fire dopamine hits from our social feeds. This constant context-switching fragments our attention and makes deep, focused work almost impossible. It's not just about the time you lose. It's about how it degrades your ability to concentrate when it really matters. So, the next time you reach for your phone out of boredom, maybe pause and ask yourself if there's a more brain-friendly way to spend those few minutes. The third habit is one that sounds healthy, but can be detrimental: over-reliance on a so-called healthy but unbalanced diet. Many of us focus on cutting calories or avoiding certain food groups, like fats or carbs, but our brains are incredibly hungry organs. They consume about 20% of our body's energy and require a specific mix of nutrients to function optimally. For instance, healthy fats, like the omega-3 salt found in fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, are crucial for building brain cells and improving communication between them. Complex carbohydrates, from sources like whole grains and vegetables, provide a steady supply of glucose, which is the brain's primary fuel. A diet lacking these essential components, or one that's full of processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, can lead to inflammation, oxidative stress, and a serious drop in cognitive function. You might experience brain fog, mood swings, and poor memory. It's not just about eating less, it's about eating smart. Fueling your brain with the right nutrients is like putting premium gas in a high-performance car. Let's talk about habit number 4, living a sedentary lifestyle. We're sitting more than ever before, at our desks, in our cars, on our couches. This lack of physical movement has a direct and negative impact on our brains. When you exercise, you increase blood flow to the brain, which delivers more oxygen and nutrients. This isn't just a short-term boost. Regular physical activity stimulates the release of growth factors, which help create new brain cells and strengthen connections between existing ones. It's been proven to improve memory, enhance creativity, and even protect against age-related cognitive decline. When you're stuck in a chair all day, your brain is essentially being starved of this vital stimulation. The good news is, you don't need to become a marathon runner overnight. Simply incorporating more movement into your day, taking short walks, stretching, or even just standing up more often, can make a significant difference. Think of movement as medicine for your mind. The fifth habit that's silently sabotaging your brain power is avoiding mental challenges. It's human nature to stick with what we know, to stay in our comfort zones. We solve the same types of problems at work. We read books by the same authors. We engage in hobbies that we've already mastered. While this is comfortable, it leads to cognitive stagnation. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it weakens. Learning a new skill, whether it's a language, a musical instrument, or a complex game like chess, forces your brain to create new neural pathways. It builds cognitive reserve, which is like a mental savings account that helps your brain stay resilient as you age. When you stop learning and challenging yourself, you're essentially telling your brain it's time to retire. So, step out of your comfort zone, tackle a puzzle, read a book on a subject you know nothing about, or take an online course. Your brain will thank you for the workout. Habit number 6 is a modern epidemic: chronic multitasking. We pride ourselves on our ability to juggle emails while on a conference call, or text while watching a presentation. But the truth is, the human brain is not designed to multitask effectively, especially with complex tasks. What we think of as multitasking is actually rapid task switching. Every time you switch from one task to another, there's a cognitive cost. It takes time and mental energy for your brain to disengage from the first task and load the context for the second. This process is inefficient, increases the likelihood of errors, and raises your stress levels. It leaves you feeling scattered and mentally exhausted at the end of the day, without having accomplished much of substance. The antidote is single tasking, or monotasking. By dedicating a block of time to one single activity without distractions, you allow your brain to enter a state of deep focus, where your best, most creative, and most efficient work happens. It feels counterintuitive in our fast-paced world, but focusing on one thing at a time is the secret to getting more done, better. And finally, the seventh habit: neglecting social connection. In our busy lives, it's easy to let friendships and social activities slide. We think of socializing as a leisure activity, something to do only when we have spare time. But meaningful social interaction is a fundamental need for brain health. Engaging in conversation, sharing experiences, and feeling a sense of belonging are incredibly complex mental activities. They challenge our memory, our empathy, and our language skills. Studies have shown that people with strong social ties have a lower risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Social isolation, on the other hand, can lead to depression and a faster decline in mental performance. It creates a state of chronic stress that is damaging to the brain. So, make time for people. Call a friend, have dinner with your family, join a club or a group. These connections are not just good for your heart, they are essential for your mind. So there you have it, 7 habits that could be slowly dimming your mental sparkle. Let's do a quick recap. Chronic sleep deprivation, mindless scrolling, an unbalanced diet, a sedentary lifestyle, avoiding mental challenges, chronic multitasking, and neglecting social connection. The good news is that all of these are within your power to change. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Choose one habit to work on this week. Maybe it's putting your phone away an hour before bed, or taking a 15-minute walk during your lunch break. These small, consistent changes compound over time, leading to a sharper mind, better focus, and a healthier brain for years to come. Remember, taking care of your mental performance is one of the best investments you can ever make in yourself. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content on unlocking your potential. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments which of these habits resonated with you the most, and what's one small change you're going to make. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.